Today we're taking a look at these NHL matches, which are happening on Friday, November 5, 2021, and giving you match breakdowns, betting tips and predictions in general on these games. Welcome back to High Stakes, let's get straight into it. Also, don't forget to subscribe to get notified as soon as we release these sport prediction videos. And if you would like more betting tips and predictions, then check out our Patreon in the link down below. Our new Patreon is a way for us to help you improve your chances of making more money. 5 plans are available for each and every one of you. You can get 30 extra betting picks all the way up to 270 extra betting picks per month. Stop wasting hours of your time searching for bad betting advice that ends up costing you a lot of money. Join the High Stakes Patreon now and get the best betting picks and advice. Chicago Blackhawks vs Winnipeg Jets. The offense has improved in recent games, but the defense has struggled all season and is allowing 3.82 goals per game. Jake McCabe and Calvin DeHaan have combined for 53 blocked shots and 41 hits, but the rest of the unit has played poorly, and Seth Jones, who was the acquisition of the offseason, has failed to step up. In addition, Marc-Andre Fleury has struggled in the net this season, with a .886 save percentage and a 3.96 goals against average on 211 shots. Our first betting advice is to pick Winnipeg Jets. Against Dallas, it took extra effort, but the Jets managed to skate away with the 2 points in the standings. The opening period saw the Jets outshot by an 8-7 margin, though the contest was even at 1 on the scoreboard after 20 minutes. Paul Stastny opened the scoring with his third goal of the season at 10:29 off assists from Nathan Beaulieu and Nicolas Ehlers. The Jets gave up the equalizer later in the period. In the second period, Winnipeg controlled play, outshooting Dallas 17-8 and outscoring them 2-0 to take a 3-1 lead after 2 periods of action. Josh Morrissey gave the Jets a 2-1 lead with his third of the year on the power play at the 32-second mark off assists from Blake Wheeler and Nate Schmidt. Pierre-Luc Dubois made it a 3-1 game with his 7th goal of the year on the power play at 7:23 off assists from Mark Scheifele and Schmidt. The third period saw the Jets outshot 10-7 and outscored 2-0 to send the game to overtime knotted at 3. Our second betting advice is to pick over 5.5. Rangers vs Edmonton Oilers. Adam Fox, Artemi Panarin, Chris Kreider, and Mika Zibanejad have been the key contributors to the team's offense through the first 10 games of the season. Panarin and Fox playing exceptionally well as they are the only 2-point-per-game players on their team. The reigning Norris winner, Fox, has especially been a factor to the success of his team with 11 points and a +5 rating in 10 games played. Our first betting advice is to pick Edmonton Oilers. Against Nashville, Edmonton continued to use their offensive power to earn the victory and maintain their momentum. The opening period of the contest saw the Oilers hold a 10-8 advantage in shots on goal, though the game was tied at 1 after 20 minutes of play. Leon Draisaitl opened the scoring with his 8th of the year on the power play at 6:43 off assists from Connor McDavid and Ryan Nugent-Hopkins. The Oilers gave up the equalizer 11 seconds later, leaving the game even after 20 minutes. In the second period of play, Edmonton saw the shots even at 9, but they scored the lone goal of the period to take a 2-1 lead at the second intermission. Our second betting advice is to pick over 6. Arizona Coyotes vs Anaheim Ducks. In addition to the offense playing poorly, the defense has also struggled, allowing 4.10 goals per game. Dyson Mayo and Anton Stralman have combined for 31 blocked shots and 15 hits, but the rest of the unit has looked awful this season and is allowing opponents to constantly find open shots on the net. The one bright spot has been the play of goaltender Karel Vejmelka, who has a .922 save percentage and a 2.54 goals against average on 232 shots. Our first betting advice is to pick Anaheim Ducks. Anaheim is averaging 3.18 goals per game. They scored 4 goals on 27 shots in their last game. Troy Terry led Anaheim with 2 goals. Ryan Getzlaf had a goal and 2 assists, while Isaac Lundstrom scored a goal for the Ducks. Anaheim has struggled defensively, giving up 3.09 goals per game. They didn't give up a goal in their last game and will need a similar effort if they want to get the win under 5.5. Quick reminder, BetUS is a platform that offers betting on all major sport and horse racing leagues. It has slots, table games, blackjack, and a variety of other casino games. All of the major US leagues are available for betting, including the NFL, NBA, NHL, MLB, and PGA. In addition, BetUS allows wagers on esports, Olympic events, soccer, cricket, boxing, cycling, and many more competitions. Join BetUS now using our link down below and get 125% cashback bonus on your first deposit on the sportsbook after you open an account and deposit using our link and use our promo code HIGHSTAKES. New Jersey Devils vs Los Angeles Kings. The New Jersey offense is averaging 2.63 goals per game, and the loss to the Ducks was their first shutout loss of the season. Andreas Johnson is tied for the team lead in points, 6, and goals, 4, and he had 3 goals in 2 games before failing to score in the last one. Nico Dawes may make his second career start in this game since the Devils recently waived Scott Wedgwood. On the season, New Jersey is 1-1-0 on the road. Our first betting advice is to pick Los Angeles Kings. Los Angeles stayed hot with a 3-2 win over the St. Louis Blues on Wednesday night. Jonathan Quick turned back the clock with a vintage performance, stopping 33 of 35 shots on the night. Adrian Kemp and Arthur Kaliev scored for the Kings, who gave up a shorthanded goal to tie the game with under 10 seconds left in regulation. Kaliev also scored the game winner in the shootout. Our second betting advice is to pick under 5.5. Nashville Predators vs Vancouver Canucks. The offense has not been good for Nashville this season. They are around the middle of the league in goals per game, but bottom 10 in shots per game. The Predators have scored 3 goals or less in 8 out of 10 games. Josie once again is leading the Predators in points, with 11 points in 10 games. The offense is struggling for Vancouver. They are averaging 2.40 goals per game, which ranks bottom 10 in the league. The Canucks have scored 3 goals or less in 7 out of 10 games. Vancouver ranks middle of the league in shots per game, but they have been inefficient on offense. JT Miller leads the team with 11 points. Our first betting advice is to pick Nashville Predators. Vancouver has played well defensively, giving up 2.6 goals per game. They gave up 2 goals in their last game and will need to keep playing well on defense if they want to win this game. The Predators had their 4-game winning streak snapped by the Oilers in their last game. They will try to bounce back from the loss with a win over the Canucks, which will give them their 5th win in their last 6 games. Our second betting advice is to pick under 6.